It is back, baby. What started as fragile neon tubes back in the 80s blew up in the 90s and absolutely dominated the early 2000s, thanks to Need for Speed and The Fast and the Furious. But like frosted tips and flip phones, it faded hard in 2010. What do I know about that? Well, now it's making a comeback. So I'm gonna show you how to install it on a car for cheap. And the test subject, well, it's our ideal GTR, which you can actually win by signing up down in the pinned first comment. And, well, if you also like the Underglow, well, you can go get that in the pinned first comment as well. Now I got my hands on the OPT7 Aura car lighting kit, which is a highly rated LED underbody kit. The kit comes with everything that you need. 4 LED light bars, 2 long ones for the sides of the car, 2 shorter ones for the front and rear, a Bluetooth control box, a wiring harness with an inline fuse, and a whole bunch of brackets, screws, and zip ties for mounting. It even included a handy remote and has an app for smartphone control. But more on that later. I could barely contain my excitement tearing into this box like it was Christmas morning for car geeks. Before sticking anything on, I laid out all the LED bars to figure out placement. The OPT7 kit comes with rigid aluminum bars instead of flimsy strips, which is awesome. They're sturdy, waterproof, and feel premium. I mounted the 48-inch bars on the side skirts and the 36-inch ones up front and rear, which is gonna give it full perimeter coverage. After cleaning the underside with isopropyl alcohol, don't drink it, you guys, everything was prepped to stick properly. I lifted the car on ramps and started mounting the bars. The included metal brackets and screws were decent, but I used 3M adhesive backing and reinforced each bar with zip ties, and those ain't going anywhere. Once pressed into place, I loop ties through nearby holes and suspension components for extra security, especially for the long sidebars. These aluminum LED strips are built tough, filled with silicone and rated IP67 waterproof, so they're gonna survive rain, road grime, and your next midnight canyon run. With the lights in place, I ran the power. The kit has 2 power options, plug into a 12-volt or hardwire. I chose the hardwire because, you know, it's cleaner and it's always ready to turn on. I just connected it straight to the positive and negative battery terminals, then I snaked the control wire through a rubber grommet in the firewall. Using a long zip tie and some tape really came in clutch here. I plugged in all the LED bars using the kit's threaded waterproof connectors, easy and pretty satisfying. Once everything was hooked up, I reconnected the battery, fired up the OPT7 app, and boom, my garage lit up like a spaceship. I cycled through the modes and colors to confirm everything worked. After that, I tidied up the wiring and zip ties, keeping everything clear of heat and moving parts. Clean install, no drama. If you take your time, you guys, follow basic wiring safety and don't rush it, this is a super beginner-friendly type of mod. And when you drop that car back down and flip the lights off, that glow hits so hard. After about an hour under the car, the final moment has arrived. I tap the app and boom, instant glow. Check this out. I mean, this thing looks like a 2001 Tokyo street racer, casting that classic neon aura that made it look like the car was hovering above the pavement. I then hit the button that makes the lights go to the beat of the music, and you guys, this is insane. Look at this. I then took the car out for a drive and I started with the beautiful purple, and it is full Paul Walker Skyline vibe. And man, the effect was wild. People in the streets did double takes, strangers gave thumbs up, and I had a goofy grin plastered across my face the whole time. As I cruised around town, the nostalgia was real. Kids were pointing, grown men nodded, and that knowing look, yeah, I remember. Even folks that probably missed the whole Fast and Furious era were snapping photos. I then did the fading effect, and all of a sudden my car looked like it was a nightclub on wheels. These LEDs, bright, clean, no patchy shadows, just a smooth, even glow that outlined every curve of the car. You know what, the OPT7 seriously delivers. Durability, also on point. I've already hit puddles and some dusty roads, and no flickering, no issues. These bars are sealed in silicone, wrapped in aluminum, and built to survive a real daily driver. Hey guys, Brad Danger here, and this, yes, this is your shot to win your dream car. A fully built 700 horsepower Nissan GTR, plus 10,000 bucks cash just to sweeten the deal. Yeah, you heard that right. No strings, no loans, just a fully paid off monster with your name all over it. And here is exactly what you gotta do. Just enter your name, your email, and your phone number up here in this quick form right now to the left of me, and that is it. Instantly, you have locked in bonus entries. No gimmicks, no fine print, just a real chance to make this GTR and 10,000 bucks yours. Now, let's talk specs because you guys know this ain't your average GTR. We're talking Zona rotor green turbos, AMS performance downpipes, and a titanium GTC exhaust that sounds downright angry. We dialed it in with a Visconi Flex fuel kit, massive Injector Dynamic ID 1300 X2 injectors, and a Shep Trans Stage 1.5 transmission to handle all that power. Plus, we've got KW coilovers for the perfect stance, a flame tune to barbecue marshmallows, and an HKS transmission cooler to keep things running ice cold when it's hot out. But as you guys know, performance isn't everything, so we made sure this thing looks as good as it runs. Finished in legendary Bayside Blue. Anybody getting Fast and Furious throwback vibes? Plus, it's decked out in Rec Speed carbon fiber literally everywhere. Front spoiler, skirts, rear splitter, and that ideal ducktail rear wing. It's also rocking a carbon fiber vented hood, tinted windows, ceramic coating all over, and bright red Brembo brakes that scream performance, even standing still. But performance isn't everything. You know, we made sure that this thing looks as good as it moves. And look, I know what you guys are thinking. Brad, is this legit? Well, absolutely. This is our very first giveaway, so that means that you have the best chance to win. And we are doing it all right. We're legally bonded and working with the National Sweepstakes Company to ensure that everything is transparent and completely fair. Someone is guaranteed to win, and that someone could be you. So stop dreaming and start believing, and fill out the form out to the left and lock in your entries. And who knows, I might be tossing the keys to this GTR to you. Good luck, and always keep living the ideal lifestyle. The install, you guys, wasn't hard, but the payoff, it was massive. Now here's where it gets really cool, the controller. Yes, you don't have to go under the car to turn it on anymore. You just hit it and it does it. And on that controller, you have about 16 solid colors. You got strobe modes, you got fades, even a music sync feature that pulses to the beat. It is so cool. That sound sync mode is a party trick and legit works. You can literally just fire up the music in your car and then it literally starts to beat to the music. So cool. I even saved a few presets. Teal for chill night cruises, red strobes for car meets. You can also turn up or down the brightness. The quality of this Underglow is really futuristic and it's fun as hell. On the first night out, I rolled up to a local car meet, and the moment that I pulled in, heads were turning like I was driving a McLaren, which, I mean, this thing is almost as cool as a McLaren, isn't it? A few guys came over and immediately said, dude, Underglow, that's old school sick. We swapped stories about the early 2000s tuner culture, and just like that, I made a couple new friends because of lights. Some younger enthusiasts though, they didn't really know the backstory, but they loved the light show. When I hit the sound sync and the glow matched the beat, we basically had an impromptu parking lot rave. It was a total vibe. Now, quick reality check. Underglow laws, they do vary. I avoid red or blue when driving on the street, and I actually kind of keep it subtle when driving. And so far, no issues with law enforcement. But guys, always check your local rules because this does attract a lot of attention and you don't want to get a ticket. What I found is a chill color like teal or soft purple usually keeps things pretty cool. Honestly, I don't have many complaints. The instructions could be a little bit better, but forums and YouTube had my back. Wiring can be a little bit tricky for beginners, but even that's totally doable with patience or a buddy who actually knows what's up. And you know what my biggest problem is actually you're gonna wanna drive everywhere just to show off. I'm not proud about how often I cruise past reflective store windows now just to admire the glow. Bottom line, this mod was 100% worth it. I mean, look at how much better this car looks. It's the perfect mashup of throwback style and 2025 tech. The LEDs, they are bright, they're durable, and well, the controller is next level. If you've ever dreamed of turning your car into a rolling piece of neon nostalgia, well, this is it. Car mods should make you smile, and this one delivers every single time that I hit that switch. So, thanks for tagging along, guys, and if you like this glow up and want more throwback mods, hit that like button and drop an Underglow story down in the comments below. Also, if you're new here, please subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and check out some of these Ideal vids over here. I'm Brad Danger, this is Ideal. Catch you next week, and promise me one thing, keep living the Ideal lifestyle.